If I told you that all your personal information, from your address to your ID number, could be on a website? As the internet has become more popular, it has become a fairly unsafe place today. Every day, different major sites that almost everyone uses, not just sites, but even states are experiencing major data leaks. A lot of people who can't express their evil in real life can easily express their evil on the internet thanks to these data leaks under the guise of anonymity. They threaten and intimidate people using their ID information, or they can blackmail them, and there are tools they use to do this sites, like Doxbin, which is said to contain the personal information, home addresses, and even credit card information of millions, even billions of people from different countries and professions around the world, and which is often mentioned on social media as the most dangerous site on the internet. You've probably heard of this site. This is such a site that there is even a special section where they disclose the information and photographs of people who come against them and try to harm them. So what is really behind this site? Who founded this site? And if it is so dangerous, why are states, governments, and law enforcement not taking action against the site? How can such a dangerous site even exist on the internet today? What if I told you that all your information could be on an internet site? I'm Meister. Forscher Meister. If you are ready, let's begin. I don't want to interrupt the video, but I want to give you a little reminder. Please don't forget to hit the like button, because a high number of likes will help me produce content faster, and the video will get more to be recommended. Also, don't forget to subscribe and leave your feedback in the comments, because your opinions are really valuable to me. Enjoy the show. 12 years ago, in May 2011, a site called Doxbin appeared on the dark web. Founded by an anonymous person on 808chan, it started as a classic text storage platform and wasn't that popular at first, because there were better sites like Pastebin, where developers would send code to each other for text storage, where people could store their writings on any topic and get a link to it. But there was no site for storing illegal writing. That's what Doxbin was created for, to create a writing storage platform for illegal people, for hackers. After the anonymous founder of the site, 808chan, decided to quit the internet life, the site was handed over to another anonymous named Truth. Truth did nothing to improve or grow the site, and got the site involved in some internet drama. So Truth quit as the administrator of the site, and handed it over to another anonymous named Nachash, who I think was the original owner. As soon as Nachash and his partner in Tanger took over the site, they literally turned it into an illegal platform. They took the first step in popularizing the site by openly announcing that everything from credit card information to people's home addresses could be shared securely and would never be removed. Hackers would sometimes post hundreds of credit card details they had hacked, while an anonymous person seeking revenge on an ex-lover would post all the information about her, her home address, and even nude photos on Doxbin. The site was not only a hotbed of illegal activity, it was also a revenge site. It was popular on the dark web, but it was not well known in the normal world and on the internet. People would come here, write down certain information, and share the links on other forums. Since the site originated from the dark web, most of them didn't get in trouble for what they did. In March 2014, after an incident, the name of the site started to be heard literally. Exactly on this date, the Thor link of the hidden wiki, which has links to a lot of sites that we can characterize as a kind of Google of the deep web, was seized. The links to some of the sites with illegal content were redirected directly to Doxbin. This became the talk of the town on news sites and forums in a very short time. Doxbin had officially taken over sites that no one would want to be associated with. They were bad, and they wanted to look bad. After this incident, the site shared the information of thousands of public officials, from lawyers to prosecutors, judges, FBI agents, and even SWAT teams were sent to these people's homes with fake tips. Not only that, the same action was also done for the entertainment of normal people. Over time, Doxbin became a forum, and people even started to offer disclosure services. Some forum members who had previously exposed people would leave their Telegram addresses, and in exchange for money, they would reveal all the information of the person you wanted on the forum for you. If you paid more, they would even send the police to the person's house with a fake tip. For example, a kid who was bullied by someone at school would go on the site and make a deal with people who shared other people's information and take revenge on this site, and have a SWAT team sent to the bully's house. For anyone who wanted to get revenge on anyone and knew how to use the internet, the site was a godsend. But soon the site was shut down and buried in the deep pits of the dark web by the international police Operation Anonymous. In the very year the site was popular, but that was not the end of Doxbin. In 2018, two people, KT and Brenton, created Doxbin, this time on the clear net, the normal internet. Its function was the same as on the dark web, but this time they didn't need to hide. They were able to use some loopholes in the law in the United States to evade the law, just like the mega site had done in the past, and they were able to keep the site open without getting in any trouble, because the site itself didn't have any purpose of doxing. It worked just like the pastebin I just mentioned. The members who wrote on the site were responsible for what was written on the site, not the owners of the site. And since the IP information of the members who wrote was reset every 2 days by the site, no member could easily get into trouble. When the site fell on the normal internet, it also fell on platforms such as social media, TikTok. And then it became so popular that there are now exactly 95,000 posts and more than 100,000 members on the site. But let's get to the point. Can a site really be that dangerous? Is Doxbin really the most dangerous site on the internet? How do these people do all this? Many databases, from the Chinese police department to the FBI database, regularly leak citizens' identities on the internet. But when you come to the US, you can legally access people's identity information directly by paying a few dollars. Since Doxbin is a popular site in the US in general, they don't really do anything special when leaking people's data, except for a few exceptional cases. Because it's really easy to get someone's identity information in America, you can find out everything about that person just by paying a few dollars. So don't be fooled by the most dangerous place on the internet shared on TikTok. Let me tell you a secret. You are not in danger. It is not such a scary thing for someone to get your credentials. A person cannot do anything to you with your credentials. Maybe they can only scare you. But if you don't react, how far can they go? They can call your family, order food to your house, and so on. At the end of the day, I don't think there is much to fear from parasites who threaten sweaty people at their keyboards with their identity information, who are afraid to go out of their homes, who do all sorts of somersaults to avoid going out when their mothers ask them to buy bread, and whose only thing they can do with your address information is to call your family and order food. Data leaks are, of course, a big problem, but not as much as it is exaggerated, at least not for you. There are hundreds of more dangerous sites on the internet. Don't believe everything you see on the internet.